came up with an idea when I woke up. I want to do a concept around the World Cup. Okay, so CCCP 2018, 5-4.
Once the design is approved, the technical process begins.
What was popular in Russia like in the last 30 years? Anti-everything. It should not look like a World Cup tee.
Okay.
Whatever it is, it's your story, your journey. Hey guys, it's Izquieta. I'm going to show you guys today how an idea goes from concept to commerce. So I woke up this morning, we're about 3 months away from the World Cup. Actually no, 2.5 months away from the World Cup. And I wanted to bang out a t-shirt basically to be able to sell online in the next week or so because the intensity is getting hot on the World Cup. So with that said, here is the meeting. All right, so I wanted to bring you guys in quickly this morning. I came up with an idea when I woke up. I want to do a concept around the World Cup. We had done World Cup t-shirts twice before, 2010, 2014. I think they were a little bit too standard, ordinary, country tee, blah, blah, blah. So I want to explore maybe like some cool photography. So do something very different this time, distort the imagery. Obviously this thing's in Russia this time around. So like there's a lot of cool graphic kind of plays that we can play with like Soviet Union, USSR, or Russia. So I want to be able to see something fairly quickly today because I want to move.
Sure?
Yeah. So I want to move quickly on the idea. So I want to be able to like bust it out in like 4 or 5 hours, make the tech pack, send it to the printer, and have it online to sell probably within like either by tomorrow or the day after. We want to move quickly, just move kind of your shit around in terms of what your priorities are, so we can get it up by like Wednesday, the worst case. So with that said, let's just kind of like chat and discuss some concepts and then go from there. So what I'm thinking, maybe we like do some idea on photography, cool text art. Yeah. So I think the important things when coming up with the graphic concept is you can't write World Cup because of trademark infringement. So just make sure you don't do that. Have 5-4, the word 2018 in it. Maybe that like cool Russian writing and shit.
What about maybe Russian tattoos?
That's sick.
Like that?
Like what kind of tattoo style though?
Russian prison tattoos.
Yeah. Prison.
Russian prison tattoos.
Gulag
That could be
shit.
sick. I mean, yeah, look
Political.
into it. Google some shit, and then
Yeah.
what was popular in Russia like in the last 30 years in terms of like
McDonald's.
Putin, cyber hacking, Putin, and McDonald's. What about like protests and like crazy marches in the Kremlin or stuff like that? Google all that stuff and just kind of share some images.
Anti-Russia.
Yeah,
No, it's not anti-Russia.
It should be anti-everything. It should not look like a World Cup tee.
Okay.
And then also there's 32 countries playing. The USA is not one of them, unfortunately. But yeah, because they suck, obviously. But maybe what could be cool is you write out the 32 countries in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So if you're doing long sleeve, I don't know, there's something there. I don't know, maybe either over the photo, on the side hit, on the back, small text, big text, line form. So go like gather some shit, some ideas, give me something back, and then we'll just kind of riff off a few. If you have anything that you like, literally like group chat it on our group chat and just drop it in, and then just for references and stuff, and then we can go from there. See you guys in 2 hours.
then to like, that just went into like the Russian riot police and then the political state of Russia right now.
Why don't you have something where you're doing like a brief edit without me?
Yeah.
Take the countries and you either put them all vertical or all in one line on the sleeve hit. But I kind of like how that 5-4 looks too. Okay, so CCCP 2018, 5-4, maybe 5-4 2018, either together or one thing. The photo, and just play with a bunch of options. And then lastly, the country. I'm thinking like white tee, long sleeve, orange or red hits with black hits, black photo vibes.
This is it.
Only took us like what, 6, 7 back and forths?
It feel longer than that. This is.
Is this gonna be 3 inches from the neck? That's more or less. You can ballpark it. I mean, it looks fine.
Yeah, I mean, I could come back and measure it.
Yeah, but 3 is fine.
Yeah, 3.
3 is the usual for like a center hit. What do we have here? Russia, Belgium, Peru, England, Spain, Poland, Iceland, Spain, Serbia, France, Portugal, Croatia, Denmark, South Korea, and Saudi Arabia, Australia. Oh, that's pretty sick. Hold it. Back. Distort the picture like 70%
Yeah, okay.
for final. And then I think we're good.
Cool. Alright.
Alright, so just tech it, send it to the printer. Maria already talked to them, they're ready to do a sample by tomorrow.
Alright, I'll send this to Maria.
Alright, bro. Gracias.
Okay.
Once the design is approved, the technical process begins. A tech pack is a garment's blueprint. For graphics, we usually like to print them out on paper in actual size and tape them up on a similar body as to what we're printing on for sizing and aesthetic. Once all sorted, we include all technical information relating to print colors, sizing, quality of t-shirt, quality of print ink, wash processes, sewing guidelines, packaging, and much more. Literally everything you can think of that relates to a garment. Once the tech pack is completed, it is submitted to the manufacturer. In this case, we submitted the tech pack to a screen printer who is going to print it on a garment blank. Some of our garments are printed on blanks for speed purposes, meaning we need the thing really fast and it sometimes takes 4 to 12 weeks to make it overseas. In order to differentiate our blank from other blanks, we apply wash techniques to add value and quality to the piece itself and differentiate it from everything else in the market. The artwork itself is separated by its intended amount of color. So for instance, if a print location contains a 3-color hit, they print out each color, which is considered a layer, separately from one another on transparent film. That film is then exposed to a screen via UV light. The markers of your image from that transparency don't allow the UV to hit, which means the gel in that area doesn't harden and you can wash that off, only leaving the image. Before all this, the screen is coated with emulsion, basically a light-sensitive gel that hardens. You need to next test the opacity of the binder you use. You have to make it transparent enough on the red so that the black image underneath would be visible through the ink and create depth. Next, you set up the dyes, screens on the machine, test out the ink, apply the paint across the shirts, then they go through a dryer and voila, you're done. And you do it over and over and over and over again.
I actually like the idea of like the double selection. Because you highlight one part of it versus the other part of it. It's cool.
We can crop just the first one here.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
We're launching 2 propaganda tees, 1 short sleeve and one long sleeve. It's a very tight collection. We just wanted to test this one out as well. It has skulls and a Grim Reaper in here with like 5-4 graphic letters, kind of a graphic representation of the logo.
So as we start the campaign, we really work with merch and design to figure out what is the overall theme and what are we trying to project within each of the clothing items that we are portraying to you guys. And then we take that information and we work with art and design to come up with the overall campaign messaging and the art direction, as well as the graphics that will be portrayed, and what other items, including site elements, social items, and blog posts on stories by Menlo House. So as we build the email, we use certain templates depending on what kind of messaging that we're giving you guys. Currently, we are putting together the beautiful new arrival emails that you guys get on a weekly to bi-weekly basis, which is all coded into a template. And then I go in with the different products and the different images and links and different information that we can code, and then it gets translated into an email that gets sent to your inbox.